Welcome to the Romelite show. Today's show, we're going to talk about the system and what created the system, how we locked in the system. Is it illusion? Is it real? I'm going to give you a couple of facts I'm going to throw at you guys. I got, my special, I got a special guest for you guys to come in a minute. But, I got to welcome my boy Lamar, my host, co-host, and my other co-host, Mario.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
So, we're going to jump right in this. I want to read something to you guys. The idea of controlling the people communication to enslave them is not nothing new. Henry Berry, speaking in the Virginia House of Delegates in 1832, said, we have, as far as possible, closed every avenue by which light may enter their mind, meaning the slaves. If we could exhaust the capacity to see the light, our work will be complete. They will then be on the level with the beasts of the field, and we shall be safe. So you know what they said? If they just keep us in this box, that they have nothing to fear or be worried about. So one thing I want to say before I jump into my guest, I want you guys to know. I want you guys to Google the pineal gland and what it does, its function, and what it means to the body. So, wait. Y'all heard that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all heard what he said about not letting more light. So when you guys go to tell people things, what they do? When you tell people new information with a closed mind, what do? They reject it, right?
It.
Right.
Yeah.
Then that's what he said.
Yeah.
If I could not let the light come in, because light is another word for knowledge, correct?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Time Magazine. Well, I'm not even jumping that. I want to get y'all opinion. If I even jumping that, get y'all opinion. What y'all thought about that? That was said in 1832. What do y'all think about that? And he wasn't just, remember, political correct wasn't even a thought back then. So they said whatever they said. We wasn't considered a people. So what do y'all think about that? Here we are, 2:15.
It still holds truth to this day. It's like they do control our mind. That's even the shit we fuck with every day. Internet, you know what I mean? We get so caught up, even Facebook, we love that shit. We get so caught up in it, and no matter how much information that you put up on there, that I put up on there, they gonna put something in its place that, like, you drop knowledge just like you dropped that on there. Then Mario might come in and chime in on that on his page with something similar to that. Then I come in with something similar to that. And then they gonna put a big ass booty bitch on there or a fight with some motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? To take your attention away from all that. And then it's not put up there just because it's put up there to take your attention away and feed you in a direction. You know what I'm saying? Or push you in a direction to where you ain't thinking about what's really important.
Right.
That's what it is. Of course, they have the majority of our minds.
Right.
They have us.
What you think?
He's right. He's absolutely right. It's happening today. It's through music, especially music, entertainment, all that kind of stuff. There's a substance that the brain produces, which is called dopamine, right? And music, they use music. Dopamine, you break it down, dope of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
They use music to control us, to give us that feeling.
Feel good.
The feel. If you listening to Marvin Gaye, if you listen to Sexual Healing, it puts you in the mood. In the mood. You know what I'm saying? You listening to some crunk music. What's Lil Jon? You in the car acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you listen to Pac. I'm a straight rider. You in that mood. You in that mood. So they control you. You dumb the music down. You keep the youth dumb. You know what I'm saying? And the youth is the future.
Right.
We're the youth is the future. We trying to guide the youth, but as long as youth is watching 106 in Park and all these different avenues they got in TV and this is kind of stuff, we're losing because of like I said, the dopamine, dope of the mind. The kids are being influenced by what they see on TV and what they hear through the music. So he's right. They're doing it through all different venues.
There's bigger entities
Let me
that's
tell
controlling
you something else, though. Time Magazine said, I'm going to tell you about fluoride. You know about fluoride, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know about, and
Let's
Hitler,
say this is important.
when they went to the water for the people, they asked Hitler, why you have all these barrels of fluoride? He said, that's so I can control the people's mind. And this is what people fail to realize. Time Magazine said, what also changed is how the toxicology know about the harmful effects of fluoride compound. In high doses of fluoride, It is disputed toxin. It was once commonly used in rat poison. Hydrofluoride is regulated as a hazardous pool polluted in emission from chemicals plants and has been leaked in respiratory illness, linked to when you get sick, right? Even in the toothpaste, sodium fluoride is a health concern. In 1997, the Food and Drug Administration toughened the warnings on every tube to read: if more than used for brushing, accidentally swallow, get medical help or contact a poison control center right away.
Right.
So they kind of knew already what was going on. If you go to the United States National Academy of Science reported at Harvard University, review of 27 studies and many other government university studies show that fluoride lowers the IQ and causes a variety of other serious health problems. So they understand how to dumb us down. And that's their main goal, is to how to dumb us down. And a lot of people, you'll ask the dentist, and they tell you that fluoride is healthy because they don't teach it in the dental school.
Yeah.
They left that out.
They always give you that, when they clean your teeth, they give you that extra dose before you leave up out of there.
Right, and they do it out of pure ignorance because of what they thought. Well, they didn't question it. They told them it's what you do for the teeth, this and that, and they just did it. But nobody went and did the research, like, what does this stuff really do? And it's in our drinking water.
Right.
It's in our toothpaste. It's in certain foods we eat. So when you look at it, you think just a little bit, but when you add it all together, you got a lot of it. What you think about that?
Well, we actually had a little bit to talk about the toothpaste. Because the toothpaste I use is no fluoride in it, and I've been using it for maybe about 2 years now. I don't know if I'm smarter as shit, but but I stopped using it. I stopped using that toothpaste,
Right.
And it's commercial though.
Right.
So the thing is, you have to go outside of what they put in your face.
Right.
That's everything. Like you said, the music. You know what I mean? The toothpaste. Anything that you see the social media, they're gonna advertise for the big companies. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna advertise for the big companies. So of course, the music gonna keep dumbing us down because we're not gonna we're not gonna have no choice. Well, we do have a choice, but a lot of us are programmed to listen to what we listen to because it's on the damn radio 20 damn times the same song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Be stupid can be with a nice ass beat. Be stupid. Be stupid. Be stupid. And you be like, why they keep playing this shit? And then next thing you know, you driving down the street. Be stupid. Be stupid. You know what I mean? It's just catchy. That's all the song. Never figure out what this motherfucker said yet. Yeah. But you be in the car, you don't even know what he said, but you think you saying it.
Yeah.
It's 30 people saying a different thing, but it sounds like you know what I'm saying?
They made being dumb cool.
They made it being cool.
Yeah.
And that's what they go stupid, get stupid, go dumb. You know what I mean? They made it being cool.
Well, we can go as far as, even with the fluoride, we can go as far as, me and you was talking about this on Facebook. But how you can see the jet streams in the air, and as little kids, we were always like, "Oh my God, we'll look at it." But they actually putting stuff in the air to control the way we think. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting it. People ain't just getting this ADHD. What is it called?
ADHD.
Yeah, you just ain't just
all of a sudden.
But that's not even a real disease.
Yeah.
It's all
I'm
fake.
just saying
Remember,
how they
the
coming
system
out.
is all fake.
Yeah, they
It's
coming
just
out. Just think about in slavery days if they had ADHD. You know what I'm saying? Why all this stuff just coming out? They didn't have it. You didn't hear about it in slavery days because if ADHD was real. Was real back then, or it just came, or if they was having it back then.
In the slavery.
Slaves would be thinking that they was the owners. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, basically what
two different personalities.
Right, and basically what you just said about the chemtrails that they have in the sky, when I tell people about it, they don't want to hear, they don't want to believe me, and that go back to the 1832.
Yeah.
If you can stop light from entering their brain, you got them.
Exactly.
You got nothing to fear.
Exactly.
That's what they said. Now we were wrong with the beast. And what we out here doing, we acting like a beast out here. Yeah. Well, right now we got to take a little quick break, and we'll be right back in 30-30, man. All right, welcome back. Mario want to drop a little something on you guys. I want to read something to you guys that I think the public should know about. Go ahead, and drop that on them.
Okay, in 1963, a brother, I'm gonna say the brother. Well, he's a brother of the government. One of the government leaders by the name of Lyndon Baines Johnson. Look him up, Lyndon Baines Johnson. In 1963, 1963. This was his quote: "These Negroes, they're getting pretty uppity these days, and that's a problem for us since they've got something now they never had before. The political pull to back up their uppityness. Now, we've got to do something about this. We've got to give them a little something, just enough to quiet them down. Not enough to make a difference. I'll have them niggers voting Democratic for the next 200 years.
And you want to know who that was? That was the president, Lyndon B. Johnson.
Dang,
that was the president. Yeah, that was the president talking like that.
Well,
so, you know, well, we got a special guest in the house. My man Ronnie, right?
Yes.
My man Ronnie.
Yes.
And he want to talk to you guys about the system, but he gonna bring it from a different angle. My man, my brother right here, he spent total of 20 years in the system. So he gonna give you guys a different spin on it, of how it was back then, and his opinion on how it is today. Take your mic, baby.
Okay. In 1989, you know, was the time that I got out. I done 20 years total going back and forth to the jailhouse system. You know, the system is very political, first of all. And by being political, it's not being political in our favor. You know, the system is basically set for us. Basically set for us to be in a box, like how you stated, to where they don't want us to grow. They don't want us to do anything in life. So by us being in that system, basically, they got control of us. They got control of us and our minds. You know, in the system, there's a lot of smart brothers in there reading books. Because, you know, when you behind four walls and everything, all you can do is read and study. Reading books, writing and things like that. But these are the type of people that they don't want on the streets. Because we done spent so much time in the system, reading books and everything. Now we got knowledge, the knowledge and wisdom that they're afraid of and that they don't want. So what the system want the young men to be going back and forth to jail, or to be in jail for the rest of their life. Or if you take it a little further than that, to even be dead. Okay? Now, you know, the system, there's a lot of people making money off the system. You got, I know you guys remember Bob Barker. The Price is Right. Yeah, the price is right for him because what he's doing is he's investing in the system. As long as you got young black men going back and forth in the system, the price is always going to be right for him because he's making money. You know, when you first come into the system, the little packs that they give you to come in, they give you a little soap, they give you a toothbrush, and a little what you call I forgot the word, but what it be is they give you a little packs and everything they give you that you take care of yourself until you get canteen and things of the sort. But he funds that. He's the one that's providing that, and all of that's coming through him. So by him funding that and everything, what he's doing, he's getting revenues off of that.
Right.
You know, tax write-off and things of the sort. All of that's coming, you know, so the price is right for him.
Right.
Because you got the young black men and others spending their life in jail, going back and forth to jail. Now, the system, I'm going to tell you, is really not created for us. The system want us to be locked up, want us to be in jail. But when we hit the streets, like when I hit the streets in 1989, crack was out. Crack cocaine, and it was serious. It was all about the money, the cars, the girls. And, you know, if you really look at the system, it started off with marijuana, right? Marijuana was the thing. You know, it was cool for everybody to smoke marijuana. Oh, they was getting us hooked in that system, right? The next, you know, came the heroin. You got all the singers and all the OG, you know, the original singers and everybody, they hooked on heroin and things of the sort. And so if you really do some research back into it, they was not even paying them money. They was paying them through drugs and cocaine and things like that. You can see that on Ray Charles movie.
Right.
You can see all of that. How they was paying them, you know, with drugs and things. So all of that was, the system was designed for us to be down and not to be up anyway. And the thing about the system is, if you're not paying attention, it'll hold you down. You don't even have to be locked up. If you're not paying attention to the system at all.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do the system, a lot of people say, well, white people, they're all races in jail. Why can't you just say it was made for blacks? What's your, when they say that?
Yeah, they do have all races in jail. But you know, when you step in jail, it's very political.
What do
Very
you mean?
political.
'Cause
And
so
what-
not everybody, all this, not everybody been to jail. So kind of give them use your eyes as a window to let them know what it's like. Which we say is very political.
Okay, as one, you have the white, the Aryan Brotherhoods. They're in there. You have the M13s. You have the M13s. That's the Mexicans. That's was born down south and all of that. And you have the 14s, Mexican 14s. That's the ones that was all Bay Area and national, California and everything. Then you have the Crips and the Bloods. You have the Kumis. You have the Black Guerrilla family. You have all of that. And Muslims, thank you. You have all of that in one whole little pack, right? But the thing is, me and you, just say you was a Caucasian, and I was black, but we grew up ever since we was 3 years till we got to like 15, 20 years old. So we basically brothers, you might as well say. But when you step off into that system,
The relationship in.
it's off the top. You do anything to say like we good or cool, you can be dead, I'm gonna be dead.
It's kind of like that Master P movie. You ever seen that Master P movie where one brother was a swimmer, and one dude was a gangster, but they was all cool with each other. And a murder happened, and dude tossed a weapon in their car. Police stopped them, and they all got in trouble and went to jail. But once they got in the system, they all had to go separate ways.
Had to go separate ways.
The dude that was the good swimmer, he had to hook up with some OGs. The dude that was a coward, he hooked up with the white boys. The white boys he was looking for sex.
Yeah.
And nobody was helping. Nobody was helping him. The other dude that was a gangster on the street, he hooked up with Master P and them that was running all the dope game between the Mexicans and the whites and the brothers. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it's very hard because off the top, man, you basically have to hook. You basically have to step in with somebody.
So you gotta hook up. You can't be an independent person.
You can be independent, but you can be independent to where, eventually somewhere down the line, if you don't hook or join with somebody, you can be dead because they gonna pick on you. Everybody gonna pick on you unless you got that attitude that excuse my language, that don't give a fuck attitude. And you forgot that don't give a fuck attitude, then it's gonna help you. It will help you, but it can help you to your grave too.
Right.
So the best thing to do was to sit down, mind your own business, read your books, do that, go to your cell, come back, mind your own business. Now, if you got that attitude and things of the sort, it can happen, because it happened for me.
Right. Now, what about, because when we think of the system, also, where, like right now, you take social media. There's a young dude in the South, and he posted up, he was 12 years old, smoking weed with guns. And all the media outlet, everybody jumped on him, but we put the attention on this young man, but it's the system, because he said, I want to be famous. That's why he was doing it. I want to be famous. And it worked. Right. He got on TV, he got on news, he got a little fame. Yeah. So the system is, the crazier we act, the more famous we become.
It's like this part is sickening to me too. It's this like they got this special kid saying these nuts and I got him and it's his young brother that's supposed to, I guess his caretaker is putting him out there on social media, having him cuss, say this, I'm ugly, I look like this, and he's getting like 15,000 hits, views, 100,000 views and 16,000 likes and stuff like that. Like he's getting famous. And I posted something on my page about it, and people was like, I don't see what's wrong with it. It's funny.
So that's the system. But people realize we like to think the system is them and not us. Yeah. But everyone is affected. We all is part of the system. Right. And when you distance yourself from a situation as a human being, you're part of the system. You're part of the problem. Because no matter what your thinking is, if you have a humane or you care about the next person, no matter the race, no matter the sex, no matter what, you care about it. But when you laugh at someone else's pain, that means you just caught up in the system, just as blind as that person too.
And it's funny because I spent time in prison too, not as many years as you did. But one day I was walking the yard, and they was walking the yard clockwise. I was walking the yard counterclockwise. Right. And people was looking at me so strange, like, man, dude, you walking the wrong way. I'm like, look, why is I'm walking the wrong way? I'm walking the way that I want to walk. You know what I'm saying? But they feel like I was doing something out of pocket. Because I was walking counterclockwise. What you was doing was
being a leader.
Yeah.
And not a follower.
Follower, exactly.
And that's what, what's going on in social media right now. a lot of people, they following, the situation that's going on, how they showing the rap and, the marijuana and then the guns and everything. And people want to be like Mike. That's not the thing. You're supposed to be a leader. The things you be a leader and not a follower, it don't matter about what they got going on. Because like Michael Jordan, he getting rich, $250 for a pair of tennis shoes.
Right.
But the thing about that system, what I would do with that system, this is what a lot of young brothers should do. Basically, what a lot of young brothers should do, when I mean being a leader, not a follower, I'm the type of person, I spend $100 on a pair of tennis shoes and go buy me 2 outfits. I'm gonna shine just like you shine.
Right.
See, you got those tennis shoes on. You just spent $250 for, but what else you got? Do you got an outfit and everything?
But you want to know why they want to do that? I don't know. I know in the audience, you guys seen that. What's his name? The beard played for Houston. What's his name? Harden. He had the commercial, the tennis shoes, and like, dude, you still wearing the same shoes you wore yesterday?
Yeah.
And he was made to look, because you ain't got a fresh pair of tennis shoes on every day. Something wrong with you. You can't kick it with the cool group. We're gonna send you over to the other group. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the system, it plays us to keep us enslaved and keep us wrapped up and keep us. But
that goes with everything. Like we can switch up. Today I was in my old school, nice old school. Dropped everything. Every female smiling at me, waving at me. I switched cars, get my bucket. Ain't nobody looking at me. Period.
Hey, that's how it is. But on that note, right there, we gotta take a quick break. We'll be back. All right, welcome back. Yeah, so how can we wake the people up to the system? Because you see, it's been from 1832, they've been closing the minds of the people to reject all new knowledge. So what is your opinion on what the solution? Because we know the problem. What about a solution? I want to hear yours and yours. What do you think a solution to get people to break this, whatever they did to us in 1832? I know I do a lot with the food, because they misunderstand how important a balanced diet is. And most people's diet is so off whack that our whole body is off balance. So I know that's one of my solutions, to get back centered with your diet and everything. So what's some of your solutions? What you think?
Some of my solutions, the main thing is we got to eat green. A lot of vegetables, a lot of salads, and things that's going to be healthy for your system, and it's always good to work out. Whether if it's push-ups, whether if it's running or jogging or being on the treadmill. We got to keep our bodies in good shape, and we got to know what we're eating. Sugar is a lot of diabetes and stuff going out, the Kool-Aid and all of the things and the candies. We have to cut all that short, and we have to eat a lot of vegetables. A lot of vegetables is very important.
So how do you get someone, a young dude or a young lady, to listen to what you got to say about the system, to let them know that they getting played? Because they thinking they mind frame just like our mind frame. Well, when we was at that age, that, man, you tripping, man. This is what it is. This is the life. This is what it's about. How do you tell them that they live in an illusion? Well, because they're going to find out sooner or later. But we rather for them to find out sooner than later, because later usually either jail or dead, or someone that's real close to them get killed.
See, the thing about that is you have to open their minds, because a lot of them be like, oh man, you ain't been through what I've been through. You can't tell me nothing. But the thing is, how you get them is you get people that been through it worser. It's called been there, done that. When you get those type of people and you bring them out and then you talk to the younger men, then they understand that, because that's what I've been doing. And right now, like I explained earlier, I have a degree in criminal justice, something I was once against. Now, I'm a year and a half away from my bachelor's degree in psychology. And what I'm planning to do, my mother used to tell me, it was something all the time when I was hard-headed. She said, you could lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. But my philosophy is, my whole goal is to feed the water to the horse, because eventually the horse going to get thirsty. You understand what I'm saying? Eventually the horse going to get tired, and he's going to want to move and do something else, just like I did.
Exactly.
And, that's my goal, is to work with the youth and do them like that. And, right now I do gospel CDs, right? I make gospel CDs, gospel compilations from different gospel artists. I get their testimonies. I put it on one CD to where it's telling one story. And, I pass the CDs out for free. And I touched 5,000 people so far. You know, I done went to church. I done went to the streets, walk out, and I've been passing out that music. And you know, music is the key thing because a lot of youth is listening to music. And if you can get the youth to listen to gospel, you know, all it takes is one word, one song to get a person. Mm-hmm. And that's my goal. And that's how I'm trying to work with the youth. And it's been working.
And see, a lot of people don't know that music is really spiritual for us because we are vibrating people. That's why we are electric and vibrating people. So with the music and the vibration, it intertwines with our soul. Yes. And that's why we're able to reach through music and singing.
I bet you if teachers rapped, they
So what's your solution to awaken to getting people first to acknowledge the system and then to get out of the system?
Feeding knowledge, man. Knowledge is the key to life, period.
But how you get them to open up? Remember in 1832, they shut down. They goal was to stop all light from entering the brain to waking them up. How do you break that?
I mean, that's gonna be that's a hard thing because everybody ain't the same. You got people that get it right away. You got people that get it. That eventually will get it.
Mm-hmm.
That take time to get it. Then you got people that just don't want to get it. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is to focus on those that want that wants the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
We got to focus on the people that wants the knowledge because for those that want it, that get it, they're gonna go to the person that's fighting it, but really wants it, but fighting it. Then that person's gonna come over. We can't really trip off of the people that just want to stay dumb. Mm-hmm. We can't really do too much about that. You just can't save everybody. Yeah.
Right.
So I say go to the source of just feeding it. My thing was this. When I was in prison, my brother sent me a book that said about skinhead, and I'm like, what the hell you want me to read something about skinhead for? But it was highlighted in there. The skinhead said the best way to keep a secret from a nigga is to put it in the book because he don't read. From right there, I was like, wait a minute, I read, but I read Jet magazines,
right.
Gossip stuff,
right.
The Source magazine. I wasn't reading stuff that enlightened me to make my heart, my God conscious, make me start feeling better about myself, make me start realizing when I see a symbol here, what this mean, what that mean. So it all starts with reading it, and once you start reading and learning about yourself, because you're a good brother that teach a lot of people about themselves. When you first, that's the first main thing. Learn about yourself, where you come from, what are you about, and once you start doing that, you can venue over to like. And another thing I want to touch on what he said earlier about the prison thing by Bob Barker. Another thing that we need to stop associating ourselves with helping these people do these things to us. And when I say that, it's not just Bob Barker. He's just on a little thing anymore. You got Seagram's Gin that own prisons. You got so when you go out to these clubs and buy these drinks, you're funded.
So basically, Seagram's, the owners of Seagram, they go out and get rappers who can relate to the people to go make them rich. That they take that money and reinvest it in prison to put them back in jail.
You got actors, you got rappers, you got a lot of people that's in this business, man. That's putting money into the prison business. And when we support it, we're giving them the money to fund it. We funded it.
Right. So, is it hard to find out all the companies that invested in these? Like, how do you guys get your information?
Google. You can Google,
but on the information that I got about Bob Barker, actually on the back of some of the soaps and things, what I'm saying, it had Bob Barker Foundation.
Oh wow.
And it probably changed now because this was some years back. But then when people first found that out, we was in there. We was like, we started throwing it away.
Right.
Waiting for a canteen to come. Our parents or whoever to send us money, we was buying our own. But still, as long as we come in and they pass that to us, he's getting funded. And I want to speak on the Seagrams then. They got the Seagrams, and they got the Brandy and all of that. They be showing on the videos and everything. Who they be having? Rappers, blacks, and all of that. You know why they got that? Because they looking like, okay, we get them up there to do this and, speak on our brand and everything, everybody else is going to buy it. Right?
Of course.
Being a follower.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not being a leader, but being a follower.
Right.
And that's how the system work, man. It can work inside, throughout.
So everyone's involved. Basically, is a small minority group of people sitting on the outside looking at it and trying to wake people up, but nobody's listening.
Right. But see, the main thing is, man, we gotta think outside the box.
Right.
We got to get outside the box, read those books and things. And man, you know, I read the Bible, and the Bible was hardcore, and it helped me find myself. It helped me find myself. And once you find yourself, help anybody find themselves, then, you know, that's when we know we're ready to step to the next lane.
Right. Okay.
And sorry about that. And there's other outlooks, and for those, because you know we have some people that don't believe in religiously. You know, you got some different things. So just find something that associates with you.
Moving forward.
Yeah.
Right. Something that help you move from where you was at, and that's what it's all about. You becoming a better person.
As long as you climbing a ladder.
That's what it's about.
Setting goals.
Goals. Yeah. Because the whole thing with the whole religious thing, we allow it will separate you, and that's what we can't allow it to do. What you do, but we still got to work together as a common unit, because together we strong.
Yes.
The individual, we are weak. But with that being said, y'all know it's the Romelite show, winding down to an end. Email us right there. Let us know what you think, what you want to talk about. Mario, what shows you got coming up?
May 21st through the 24th, catch me and Tony Roberts, the man, the myth, the legend. You know, he's a favorite comic at Tommy T's in Pleasanton. So come and see me get down with one of which is my favorite comedian, Tony Roberts.
Anything you want to say to the people?
What I want to say is, you know, we all got to wake up sometime. Wake up, you know, see how the system is doing us, and see how we can outdo the system, because we can do it. It's all about the knowledge, the wisdom, and the power.
And with that being said, I'm going to flash back to school days. Wake up! Peace. We out.